Matty, it's fourth to the feet of the season, but what's the general feeling after the game? Is it disappointment, or is there still things that you can work on with your makeshift side?
I think we're kind of pretty deflated. I think at the moment, our kind of confidence levels are not probably where they kind of should be, and that's probably understandable over the month that we've kind of had and the disruption that we've had right from the start till obviously now. And we've kind of put the emphasis on kind of the players and what do the players do to kind of get ourselves out of this kind of situation, and we'll see how we kind of go come Tuesday, kind of Thursday this week.
I imagine it was quite a disappointing first 10-15 minutes, falling 2 tries behind, but then your side seemed to find something to get themselves back in the game, and the making score was pretty deserved, wasn't it?
Yeah, we've done that the last kind of probably few weeks, so we've had a little burst, but a little burst only probably lasts probably kind of 5 minutes or so, and then we kind of go back to sleep and we give kind of errors and we give possession and we give kind of territory away, and we let kind of teams back to kind of easily. So obviously chasing the game right from the start obviously makes it a little bit difficult. But no, I thought the guys who did kind of take the field today held their hands up. We worked kind of hard. A couple of the guys had kind of niggles and played on niggles for as long as what they could, and we were down to probably the bare minimum of 15 kind of players at one stage, kind of the last kind of probably 10-15 minutes. So the guys who kind of did put their hand up, we can't kind of fault them, because without them, we definitely kind of wouldn't have had a team the last kind of couple of weeks.
I think what's quite impressive to say, Matty, and we chatted about this in midweek, is the fact that you've used over 40 players in the opening 4 games, which is just unbelievable, isn't it? And I guess that just shows the depth that you've got. But players are also willing to step up, even if 1 week they're playing Danesman, the next week they'll step up to the first team and give it their best shot.
Yeah, that's right. We're building probably a bit of a nice kind of bit of depth and a bit of culture around the team, and we're probably to the point of view that we're just going to pick guys who kind of can show up to training and make the efforts at trainings, and whatever that kind of shows on a Saturday, we'll have to kind of see what happens. But if lads are not kind of buying in during the week, then they're going to have no kind of chance on a kind of Saturday for playing kind of first team kind of rugby. So the guys who are kind of stepping in and the guys are there, they can show that they're kind of players, but they need to get training a little bit more. We need to get a little bit fitter so we can kind of put a bit more pressure on a few kind of teams, rather than those kind of 5-10 minute spells.
So where do you go from here then, Matty? I know it's another tough game next week, Kent at Old Crosslands, where we were obviously beaten in the last minute last season. It's going to be difficult. You're going to welcome a lot of players back, but do you think there are going to be some players who look up and actually think if they're going to walk back into the team and maybe they don't get picked?
I hope they don't have that attitude that they're going to walk back into the team, as there's been a lot of kind of tough weeks the last kind of couple of weeks, and we'll go and have another tough week if we need to, if guys are going to come back with that attitude. The guys who are going to come back, and what we said is it comes down to Tuesday, Thursday, and what attitude people bring. If they're going to bring a working attitude back to our kind of training sessions, and we have kind of good constructing kind of training sessions, then those lads will kind of get back in the team. But if those guys think that because we haven't done well over the last kind of couple of weeks, they're just expected to come back in, they're in for a bit of a rude awakening.
And just finally, a word to the supporters who again came out in their numbers today. I imagine your message to them will be just stick with us, just trust the process, because things will start to click.
Yeah, it happens all the time. It's just a bit of a losing kind of mentality at the moment, unfortunately. And we lost kind of 5 or 6 on the bounce last year, and we still ended up 4th on the table. So we went on a run of about 7 or 8 kind of games, and it can happen in these kind of leagues. You get a bit of confidence and you get a bit of skill kind of level, and it comes back and everything kind of fires. And unfortunately, it just hasn't done that for us. And as I said, we've got a really good supporting base, and the supporters will kind of see that the guys who are out there, they're putting the efforts in, and it's obviously fantastic to see. And we just need to obviously kind of see some results.